Alright, my TASCAM 2488NEO hippies. Today we're going to be working in the effects region. And sort of like when we did compression, we're going to go into the vocal exciter. And you're going to cursor down to the exciter. Click enter. And before I'm just going to go through what it does. Well, how I use it. Because obviously you can see what it does. Right? You can pick a frequency and you can add depth. Which means you can add volume to it. So on the TASCAM, if you hit EQ, you'll notice that you have 3 bands of EQ and 1 sweep. So let's say you have let your highs pass, right? And you came here, you're working on a vocal, so you kind of put this about right there. And you did this. It all depends on who you are. And you added 4 dB here. You plus or minus here. Whatever, you did that, or you whatever you want to do. Alright, so you've done the best you can with EQ, and you feel like there's one more frequency that I just need to bother with. Well, you can go over to the effects. Well, mic times 4. Click onto it. And you'll see a frequency. Let's say the popular thing to do now is to go to 3.5, right? So you're at 3.5 and already you're given 75% of that. So you're adding 3.5 at I think the max capability here in decibel range is 10. So think of 7, anything in the 7 range as 7 dB, anything in the 9 range as 9 dB, and so on and so forth. So you wouldn't want to be adding this much unless, I'm not telling you what to do, because I think that it's your ears and you have to hear that to know what you're going to do with that. So in my case, I would probably, this is like 3 dB. I would start there and plus or minus from there. I tend not to go touching somewhere up in the 10, 100 range, because, you're really just taking that, that curve like that when you're doing that. If even though I muddied up the shot like that, you don't want the curve. You want to have a nice curve. But once again, let me stop. I'm not going to tell you how to mix your songs, but I will say that this is something extra that you can use, especially when you are working with 3 bands of EQ plus a sweep. You can kind of do some extra things. And the good thing about this this machine, I was going to say program, this machine is that when you are in mix down, you can hit multi and that together, and then you can send effects to 8 different, I don't know if I'm showing that. You can hit multi, I'm sorry, I'm just going to put it where you can see it. And you can add effects to 8 different channels. So let me see what you would see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 6, and that's 7 and 8. Alright, anything more you're not going to be able to do it. But you can add those mic effects, any one of them, any type, however you like. Like you can have a exciter here, you can have a compressor there, and let's say these were not stereo channels, but you can also have a de-esser here and another thing there. because you're not using the multi-effect anymore. You're actually using the microphone or the dynamics effects. So that's our video for today. This is just something else you can do. It's not so much of a tutorial as much as it is opening up the box and letting you see that there are other things in there, sort of just like any other DAW, but this is just hardware. All right, you guys, have a great day.